Hi everyone, I'm Shaharaj, and today I want to share this story where I was talking with my friend and they were telling me about how they wanted to start their own ice cream business, except they weren't sure if they wanted to take the plunge because they would have to spend about $2,000 on it and they weren't really sure if they wanted to spend that money right now. And so, as I was telling them about this concept of asymmetrical risk and reward, I realized, actually, this is a very powerful idea. Why don't I go ahead and share it with the world? And so here I am, I'm making a video to upload on YouTube, and now it's reaching you guys. So, you know what? Please enjoy this video. Before I get into it proper, let me share a bit about myself. I'm Shaharaj. I was born in the Philippines. I moved to Bangladesh when I was 7, and I came to Singapore when I was 19 to study university. I graduated from Yale US College. That's me, graduating last year. And right now I work full-time. So this notion of asymmetrical risk and reward, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with risk and reward, but let me just run you through it. So from a trading perspective, really what you're trying to do is you're saying, okay, I think this stock is going to go up from here, or rather in this example, it's going to go down from here. And so I'm going to put in this much amount of money. If the stock goes up, it doesn't go in my direction, I'm going to end the trade here. That's how much money I'm risking, okay? This is my potential loss. But if the trade works out as planned and that the trade indeed goes down in my direction, then that is my potential winnings. That is my reward. And so asymmetrical risk and reward is basically the idea that you are getting in more than you are risking. You are getting in more than what you put in, okay? And so let's come back to my friend and their ice cream store business, right? I told them, okay, let's think about this from a 5-year perspective. In 5 years' time, if you hadn't spent this money and instead you invested it, what would you get? If you assumed a 7% year-on-year return by putting it in the S&P 500, you would have gotten $2,800, okay? That's your opportunity cost. This is what costed you to start your business. But, let's say that your business actually does work out. You open your shop, people come, they love it, right? And people post about it on their social media, big shot influencers, they come down and then it's just a feedback cycle. Your employees are managing the business itself. You've sold everything already, you have your recipes, the business can continue without you. What are you getting? You're getting a life of freedom. Can you put a price on freedom? Can you at least say that it's worth more than $2,800? Is it worth more than you going to your day job every day and seeing emails, seeing your boss say, hey, can we have a quick chat at say 2 p.m. And so on and so forth, okay? You can't. And so that's the concept of asymmetrical risk and reward. In fact, at this juncture where really what you're getting is freedom versus, say, the amount of money you're putting into this business, I want to share a few words from Chris Guillebeau, the author of the $100 Startup, with you. And he mentions, perhaps most important, the vital career question of what is risky and what is safe has changed permanently. The old choice was to work at a job or take a big risk going out on your own. The new reality is that working at a job may be the far riskier choice. Instead, take the safe road and go out on your own. And so it really comes back to this idea. So they frame it in terms of, actually, you get much more when you run your own business, and that's actually a far safer choice than working for someone else. But just to come back to my point, asymmetrical risk and reward. You're getting freedom in exchange for $2,800 that you're putting down right now. And it doesn't even have to apply with starting a business. It can even apply to areas of love, right? Let's say that you are agonizing over whether you want to ask someone out or not, okay? So the opportunity cost of you not asking them out is you remaining comfortable, you remaining in your comfort zone. You protecting your ego and from rejection, right? You feel quite good about yourself. You don't have to, you don't have to suck it up and just go and do it, right? So, as here, that's your risk. That when you go there, you are potentially putting yourself at rejection. But let's say that it does work out, right? Like, let's say this person actually does say yes to you asking them out. You say, hey, that's actually a pretty smart remark. Do you want to go to the museum one time? I really want to hear your commentary on this work of art. And then, you guys go on that museum date and you really enjoy spending time with each other and it slowly blooms into a relationship. Do you know what that relationship could do for you? It could change the way you think, it could change the way you operate, because you see how this person behaves. You really get to see how another person thinks. You have them living in your head. I mean, good or bad, right? It depends on you. But it's going to change the way you view life. And again, it comes back to this idea of asymmetrical risk and reward. And so even though protecting your ego, while, it's good for the short term, it's often the enemy of great. Remember that. Good is often the enemy of great. Short-term loss for long-term gain. Okay? And that's really the idea, you can take this concept and you can apply it anywhere else in life. Let's say you put down $2,000 for an iPhone, a MacBook, right? You say, okay, I'm going to use this to do X. But you can actually take it this way. I'm going to use it to code, I'm going to use it to learn how to code, and then I'm going to make more projects from there. You're thinking about it from a long-term point of view. What can I do with this MacBook Air beyond just using it as a screen to, say, play games, to play music, to chat with my friends, right? And so that's really all there is to it. I'm going to, amongst other things, I am going to, besides uploading this video, I'm going to write out an article for you that you can actually refer to as notes for this one. I'm going to publish it on my blog, and I really enjoy writing, so please join my marketing list and also subscribe as well if you really enjoy this type of content. Slight digression, you might have a question actually. Hey Shaharat, you didn't talk about this outcome in any of the situations you mentioned. Let's say that your friend, what if they start their business, but then later the business stagnates, right? Like, what if they're stuck in this business which they don't really want to continue, and they have no other options because no employer wants to take them on? Then what? What do you do? Or let's say that I go ahead and I ask this person, but then they reject me. That's a really shitty feeling. What am I gonna do? So this is what I want to discuss in my next video, this idea of living in the moment, taking things one at a time. And I want to relate it to this idea of extreme ownership. And, I think that content is it's quite related to the manifestation space. And, if you enjoy that type of content, manifestation, really applying logic as to how it operates, that's the type of stuff which I want to produce. And so, subscribe if you want to hear more type of content that way, or, even tell me, what do you actually want to hear? So with that, that's all, please subscribe for more manifestation, logic, like the overlap that way. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Oh yes, I will link the next video here.